Ciao, io volevo sapere da Nikki e Jackson quali sono gli elementi secondo loro che hanno contribuito a fare di questa saga un fenomeno di massa, un fenomeno mediatico. Che cosa ha fatto realmente la differenza?
It's a media phenomenon. And there's a difference between the way the media reacts to something as opposed to a fan base reacts to a piece of art. So how do you mean media? Are you talking more about the fan base, or are you talking about the actual the culture? Nikki, help me. I don't understand the question.
Sometimes I think that women are an easy target, just in that, you know, the story revolves around, this is like an epic love tale, you know, and I think in general, human beings connect with things that feel human, that feel universal, so tragedy, loss, love, and then what we tend to do in the entertainment industry is we take those things and we sort of elevate them just a little bit. So you have shows like Gilmore Girls, which portray a mother-daughter relationship, and it's absolutely perfect. And then you take this movie and it's like this love between Edward and Bella is just out of the realm of possibility and reality. I mean, it's unattainable. It's not real, and that's what makes it so magnetic. And I think that's why there's no specific demographic for this, because, you know, 12-year-old girls fantasize about having this, and women, you know, in their 40s, 50s, 60s think about when they had that first love, and it's sort of that like very naive love where you're literally willing to die for the person you want to be with, and that's what it is. And as you get older, I don't know if you feel it, this too, but as I've gotten older, you realize that real love is the kind of love where it's not about the sacrifice. It's not about what you have to give up to be perfect for that other person. It's just there. It's not always easy, but it's there. And that's why I've always been a little bit more fond of the relationship between Bella and Jacob. I don't know if I answered that right, but I tried.
Ciao, una domanda per Jackson. Tu parli sempre del tuo amore per la musica, della tua chitarra. Durante il periodo di tour hai dovuto leggermente accantonare il tuo progetto con la tua band, con The Monkeys. Adesso che è finito, quali progetti hai? Come pensi di portare avanti questa tua carriera musicale? Grazie.
I've been lucky in past year and a half to form my own production company and my own record label. And I've often gotten questions about what I prefer more, cinema or music. And they're completely different animals. They really are. You know, whenever I perform with the band, I get to see an audience. I get to stand on a stage much like this. There's usually not so many seats. It's usually just an open area where people can dance and move and have a good time. And there's that connectivity between artist and audience. Like it's an instant feeling. And with cinema, you're creating a reality within moments, and then a year, sometimes a year and a half later, it'll come out. And yes, we'll come around and we'll promote these projects, but there's not that instant connectivity between artist and audience. So it feeds both those desires, you know, to have that instant connection and also to create something that will develop. What I love about cinema is there's hundreds of artists. I mean, ever since I was 14 and I fell in love with movies, I would always stay to the end of the film so I could watch it and see how many people it takes to make a film. And it just always baffled me. And the hardest it was when I watched, you know, Avatar. It was like I was in the theater for 15 minutes after everybody else left, and it was just baffling to me. I was like, there's so many people that come together to make these things successful. And then not only the people that work on it, but the people who buy the tickets, the people who support it. And you know, I can't get beyond those two aspects of my life. I mean, I'm going to keep working in music. I'm going to keep working in film. I produced a film and acted in it, and I composed the soundtrack with the band 100 Monkeys, and it's a movie called Girlfriend, which is a passion project And that's honestly, I see myself going more in that direction of being able to, act and make the music and, hopefully do a lot more writing and eventually direct. I really see every day I'm on set, I pick the brains of the cinematographer, the director, the producers, fellow actors, and I learn. I'm always open. I consider myself a sponge. I learn visually, and I learn by being around what I want to learn. I was never really good at just learning from like a textbook. I'd always have to rebel and fight the teachers a little bit, and teachers either loved me or hated me all my life. So to answer your question, I'm just going to keep going and doing the things that I love, and you'll see me hopefully do a lot more than what I'm doing now, because I just can't stop. I really can't.
Hi Jackson. Hi.